What's going on, team? Today is Friday, December 23rd, the week before Christmas. So definitely want to watch to see what's going to overall happen today. So this is the economical calendar for Friday. We have a lot of PCE information coming out around 8:30. Overall, if you scroll up, we have five-year inflation expectations at 10 a.m. So definitely want to watch and check out Market Watch to see what upcoming news can overall affect the stock that you may be in. Let's jump into the charts. So we're going to start off. Actually, I was looking at Netflix. It's not on the watch list, but I'll show you guys on the 180 day. Basically, Netflix had this nice uptrend. You can see it was making stepping staircase. It broke out of this uptrend. So overall, I do think Netflix could possibly bounce and pop up today. But if it fails to get above this trend line and start pushing up towards those 334 levels, I think we'll come back down. If we look at the 1 year, 1 day, 1 year, 1 day is actually crossed down already, starting to open up. So we could see some major sell off on Netflix if it fails to basically get above this trend line and the MACD cross up, and we could go to a new high. Or if this basically gaps open, RSI does have room to the downside. We could start to basically pull up to 255 right before the earnings. So let's see what happens. But that's what my outlook on Netflix. Jumping to the next stock, we're going to talk about Amazon. Overall, Amazon actually MACD is crossing down on the 1 year. So wow. So we started breaking key levels on Amazon. Amazon has been like a sideways trender for a while. You can see Amazon basically was trending between that 103 and that 87 for quite a bit over here. And we recently just started to break down. Why? The 1 year crossed down. Duh. So looking at that, you can see that the 87 level has been broken, basically struggling to get back above it. Today, it seems like we're bouncing, but the MACD is still crossed down. So I want to be cautious over here. Look for a long position above that EMA from 84 to 87. If we reject that level, we could possibly go lower and look to the 20-day trade line over here to be our guide and like a pivot point, since the 180 days right here, 20 days right here. Once we break this level at 83, we can start going to 82 and lower. The trend does look lower, but overall 20-day does look like it wants to cross up. So maybe we'll get a bounce and eventually we come back lower, but make sure you wait for your breakouts before you guys get into the trade. Next stock we're going to talk about is Tesla. Looking at Tesla, let's jump over towards the 3 year, 1 week, just because Tesla is past its 1 year, 180-day low, 2 year, and now we're on the 3 year chart. So Tesla actually reached our quote unquote target of that 120 price range. We hit a low of 122, which is pretty close to 120. Sometimes it's not always exact in the stock market. So let's see what overall happens today. The 3 year RSI is still in the blue. We did bounce a little bit from that 122. We're at 127. So we're above yesterday's lows. So that is kind of like a bullish sign. So if we could hold these levels, then maybe Tesla could probably uptrend today. But overall, if we do break this 122 level, we could start dropping down towards 97 and maybe possibly lower. Right now, the RSI is oversold. Let's jump over towards the 180 day. Looking at the 180 day, we're oversold. If you're thinking about it, Tesla has been dropping since December 1st, right? We're over here at 23rd, almost Christmas. So Tesla's a little bit more on the oversold. And throughout this whole drop, it has been below that EMA. We never really had, I guess over here, we did have a little few open and closes above the candle, but the EMA, but it pretty much stayed underneath it. So congratulations to anybody who swung this thing. Looking at the 20-day over here, 20-day MACD has crossed up. So it looks a little bit more on the bullish side, especially with the RSI oversold. You can see that we came out the blue. It looked like the RSI is trying to find a floor over here before it tries to put his leg down and basically take a step. So let's see what overall happens. Definitely want to be patient, especially on same day Fridays. We want to see if we break 129, then we could start going to 134. And then if we start to break the 122 levels, I think we hit 120 and maybe lower. So want to see if we get full confirmation on that 20-day and the 180-day before we make a move on Tesla. Next stock and last stock we're going to talk about is going to be SPY. SPY has very simple levels right now, but let's jump over towards the 1 year since we haven't done a breakdown on SPY in quite a bit, right? So SPY, you can see the 1 year cross down below the 1 year trade line over here. So let's see what overall is happening right now. It does look like we are still in a bearish position for SPY. SPY would need to break above 386 before it can start pushing up towards 394 on the 1 year to even be bullish. And then it has that resistance over here. So long term, that's what it looks like. Short term, 180-day is basically holding the trigger line and it's below the EMA. So we could possibly just basically cross down over here. Look for a break below 379 down towards those 376. If this crosses down, RSI has the room to come back down to these levels, maybe even lower. You never know how today goes. Or 382, and then we can start pushing up towards 386. Very simple levels. That's going to be it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Leave a like and a comment. Where do you guys think the market's going to go below? And I'll see you guys later. Peace.